Christ that never let me fall without grace. Orleans there were many men dying. Little Skipper Jonesy went missing, and Tom the Spoon was gone all night. In the Battle of Orleans there were many men dying. In the morning light we found the mystic coming over the hill with the sun, and we greeted her expectations that everything would be done. In the Battle of Orleans there were many men dying. Little Skipper Jonesy went missing all day, and Tom the Spoon was gone all night. And now we stand in glory. Our hands we pray together eternally, eternally, eternally. In the Battle of Orleans, there were many men dying. In the Battle of Orleans, there were many men dying.
And now we stand in glory, our hands we pray together. And now we stand in glory, our hands we pray together eternally. And now we stand in glory, our hands we pray together eternally. And now we stand in glory, our hands we pray together eternally. Born so young, so old, ready to corn. Golden bee, bring the golden dawn. You're ready to go. I am ready to
There are times in a person's life
with you for so long.
a simple turn or changing direction would have lasting
Born
effects
so
on
young,
their being
so old,
to the end of their lives.
ready to corn.
Imagine, if you will, Alice, a
Golden
woman who looks out from the kitchen window
bring the golden dawn.
while she's cleaning the dishes.
You
Not
are
that she
ready
sees
to
a single
go.
bird that flies and lands on
I
the
am
tree.
ready to be
There's a wide
with
vista
you
behind.
for so long.
The bird turns ever so slightly towards Alice's
Just a little
direction,
way.
and Alice is sure that the bird
I want
recognizes her also.
wondering, revealing the new, the glowing threshold of a new reality.
Now Alice is
Like
in
a
an
horizon
unhappy
made to
marriage.
crossing.
bird does not move. And she runs down that garden path, past all the flower beds, the sage, the rosemary, the things she's planted to cook with. And her husband stands in the middle of the path, and she goes right through him, as if he wasn't there at all. And she reaches a tree, and she begins to climb that tree, hand to limb, curving her body around the bark, rising ever further, until at the very top, she discovers a nest with little birds who have just hatched. The mother bird flies away and leaves Alice with the nest. She won't be returning now because she feels that the nest is contaminated.
Until we have shadows to our flight once more. Ready to core. Golden bees bring the golden dawn. You are ready to go. I am ready to be with you for so long, so long. Horizon made to crossing, crisscrossing bees, weaving the golden grid, until we had shadows to our flight once more. Within, I feel your lines persuading me. I feel your lines persuading me. My stillness now, like forever. There's no logic out there, no ground to stand on. She is right. The dream train, ragged woman in a corner of parlor. I miss the rain in the desert. Rain in the desert. Stolen in my hand. She is riding on the dream train. The sound of a crow is waiting, pushing the hot desert air. Desert, 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 desert. To hold a stone in my heart. A stone, desert, wants a hand to me. A stone, a song,
Ask me about dreaming. They tell you their dreams that they had the night before, or maybe they share a dream from the distant past that has affected their life to this day. People are interested in dreams. One day a man approached me with an unusual dream. The dream involved him leaving his body and going to a foreign world. It was a world where he was happy at last. It wasn't that he found it similar at all to Earth, it was that he found all the things in this dream that he couldn't find on Earth. The first thing he mentioned were that the corridors he was traveling through in order to get into this dream world were very soft, flesh-like and moist. Of course, it occurred to him that maybe he was being born again. but it was something much more than that. He felt safe. He felt completely temperature-wise the most close to his own environment, his body. He found himself then in a passageway that led him into a big, big room. And in that room were a number of beautiful fairies floating in multicolored gowns. He knew they were fairies because they were gliding around the room, not walking in a traditional human sense. It seemed that this ballroom had no floor, that it was just empty sky below. And yet he wasn't falling. He too was floating. He would take one of the fairy ladies in his arms and dance her around the large enclosure. The music sounded so beautiful and yet so unfamiliar. He really had nothing to compare it to. After a few minutes they stopped and the young lady lifted up her dress to show this man her beautiful shaved legs and some sort of jewels that were between her legs. The man assumed they were some sort of undergarment encrusted with rubies or emeralds or diamonds or any other precious stones that existed in the earth. But then he realized he was not on the earth, and that actually he was staring into a giant star field between her legs. A glittering sky, a vast expanse that he now found himself within. His new world.